What is up, y'all? It is your boy Weepeeler in the house. Welcome back to some more Clash of Clans with my Town Hall level 9. We just finished a war, which we dominated 24-5. It was absolutely epic. We had clan description wars and everything. It was so beautiful. I'll show you guys some more highlights in a minute, but what I need from you in this episode is leave a comment down below. We will be doing a Wacky raid tomorrow. It's going to be all healers and my heroes. Level 15 Barb King, level 11 Archer Queen, and a whole bunch of healers. Let me know in the comment section below what % damage you think I'll get on the base that we attack. Now, going to show you guys some more highlights. It was absolutely beautiful. I never knew, look at the taste the rainbow. I never knew the clan description could go back and forth. I never really thought about it, but we came up against Troll, I guess, let me see what their name was. Troll Empire. So we signed on for a game. I'm like, you know what, let's get in a little battle with these guys. And I put, we eat trolls for breakfast, and they put back Clanimals are for kids, silly rabbit. And then we just went on a back and forth rant. It was absolutely epic, and we destroyed them. I thought for sure they would come out swinging and fight us. Normally we have people kind of back off after we have a couple attacks because we tend to be pretty damn good. And again, it happened 24-5. They didn't even attack us very much. They hit our number 2 and they hit our number 9 and 10. But that was basically it. I will show you guys a few war highlights, a couple of the standout ones. My buddy Seb from the UK, my buddy across the pond, started doing some loon attacks, and I was kind of busting his balls early on. I'm like, dude, we don't see him do very well in wars, and at least everyone we've had before that does balloons or loonion with the minions, it just doesn't work out great in wars. People tend to have upgraded air defenses, and it just doesn't be, you know, it's not a really great technique for what I understand to get stars. You can either get 1 star, sometimes you get 3 stars, but against upgraded bases, they just don't seem to be that great. So he went in, I'm like, let's go ahead and see what this guy's raid is going to be. It was against a Town Hall 9, not very upgraded walls, not very upgraded air defenses. I think he's got 5s right now, 4 on the bottom, but he goes loonions, dropping the loons in. And basically had a couple rage spells, couple heal spells. I figured he'd drop the rages right away to get in, knock out those air defenses, which are the main thing against the balloons, and also the giant bombs. Not the giant bombs, the air bombs and air-seeking mines. Those tend to be devastating towards loons, especially because they clump all together. But he had a good strategy right here. He was able to knock out most of the bottom defenses pretty quickly. He does have a Barb King and an Archer Queen behind the scenes coming in from the bottom, and they will be knocking out some of those. See that giant bomb right there? Boom! Taking out those bottom buildings right there, but I really thought he had it at this point. Level 6 balloons, they're a little bit slow, but with the rage spell and the heal spell, he kept a bunch of them alive, almost enough to knock out most of these defenses, and that air-seeking mine is just coming in to do some work, knocked out a few balloons right there, and they're just so damn slow when there's no rage spell, and that can be a big problem, especially against a wizard tower with splash damage. Luckily, there was only a level 4, I believe that is, maybe a level 5 wizard tower, so the damage is not too bad, but when you come up against 6 and 7s, it really does a lot of damage. So most of his balloons, if not all of them, are going to go down now before he actually hits. I think he might take out that last Archer Tower. Yeah, I think he is going to take out that last Archer Tower. So basically, he's got no defenses left. He's got a Barb King and an Archer Queen coming in from behind. He's got a minute 15 left to do it. And I'm going to speed it up just a little bit because the balloons are so slow, and it's a tough watch right there. But they're doing a little bit of work. Barb King and the Archer Queen coming in, knocking through. The only difference or difficulty right now is the fact that they've got to knock through walls. Walls at this point are slowing them down so much that it's really frustrating to watch. The Barb King can't do anything right there except get knocked down and knocked out of the game right here. So they're moving around the top, taking out most of those buildings. There's a builder hut, a couple elixir collectors left, and basically he's got 15 seconds to knock out that last elixir collector, and oh my gosh, what a fail. It was so close. His Archer Queen, if she just could have busted through a little bit sooner, got a long shot in. She only got 1 shot on that, 2 shots on that. All right, so basically he needed a little bit left. He only had about a half bar of damage to go, and unfortunately that's 99%. So a really rough watch right there, and I didn't want to say anything like I told you so, because dude, he did a good job. There just wasn't a ton of upgraded defenses, but again, balloons, in my opinion, at this stage of the game, they're not a guaranteed 2-star, and you know, you really run into problems, especially if you can't 3-star base that's a Town Hall 9 and a lower Town Hall 9 at that. That was a guy that was number 9 spot. So balloons still not my favorite attack in a war, and yeah, we're gonna move on to a couple different attacks right here. My boy Slushy on 2. Dude, he's been absolutely dominant. I showed this dude a pretty effective way to go wipe, and he's taking my strategy and kicking my ass with it, because it's a damn good job. He got 88% on this base, 2 stars. Sorry, I've got to say the go wipe is much more effective than the go wee wee, especially on a base that's more clumped together like this. My war base is a bit more spread out. And what happens is, if you drop in a lot of witches, they can trigger a lot of the bombs and spring traps with the skeletons that they get, and they can pretty much just clear the way for most of your troops. So a more spread out base, I would do go wee wee or we go wipe, but in a base like this, a go wipe is going to be more powerful. Wizards are stronger than witches, even though they can produce, 3 and 4 and 5 skeletons at a time. You really want the firepower that the wizards have. And once the wizards get close and clustered together, they just absolutely dominate, as you can see right here. It is basically a little bit of a cluster bomb right here, but everything was able to get into the middle. They were jumping over into this side where the cannon and elixir storage are, but we did get a few things into the center right here. The Archer Queen is going to knock out that Town Hall, and basically it's just golems soaking up damage, wizards coming in. The P.E.K.K.A.s were a little dumb this time around. They did go around the outside, and if they were in the center, probably could have done a bit more damage because all 3 P.E.K.K.A.s are basically on that outside, which is rough. So we've got 3 golems attacking this Expo up here. The Archer Queen is trying to get into the center, and unfortunately she could not do so. So it looked like a pretty average raid at first. You get 2 stars, the 53%, and then the Town Hall for the extra star, but really right here, he's just cleaning up on the outside. The P.E.K.K.A.s have nothing really shooting at him except an Archer Tower. We'll have a Wizard Tower coming up once they round that corner, but basically they're just one pop and everything. If those Wizards could have gone in and followed the P.E.K.K.A.s, it might have been a little bit more of a different story. He was able to 88% this base, and that's still a damn good go wipe attack. So basically he dropped his 3 golems, dropped in the wall breakers to get into the center, funneled his way right in, busted a hole in, knocked out the Town Hall, knocked out 50%, and then basically went around the edge of the base and got 88%. So really decent attack right there. Props to him. He could have cut it short right here where the golems were just taking firepower, but he was hoping he could break through that wall maybe and get an extra percent. But unfortunately, 88% is all he could get. But that's still a damn good rate in my opinion. I think that's one for the ages right there, Slushy, hands down. And now I wanted some extra war loot. This guy was giving me 492k elixir and gold and 2280 dark elixir. So I was like, you know what, let's give it a whirl. Our number 1 attack, that he was able to get 2 stars, and I said, you know what, let me go in. Nope, I'm showing his attack. I don't want to show his attack. Sorry, bot, you've been in the videos too many times. I'm going in. I just wanted to loot, so let me see what I could do against a few Inferno Towers. All right, guys, what I've got to say is this guy who attacked at first is a Town Hall 10. He brought 2 rage spells, a jump spell, and 2 freeze spells, and now I went in with 1 jump spell and 3 rage spells, and I've got to say, man, I don't know about the freeze spells. Maybe on upgraded Infernos it works, but I've got to say I was able to get 47%, and I think I did a pretty damn good job getting into the center, knocking a hole in that wall, breaking everything into, dropping the jump spell, the rage spell to suck those guys into the center, and basically the multi-targeted Inferno Tower really did not do a ton of damage against my guys. Against the P.E.K.K.A.s, that was locked on with the golems and the P.E.K.K.A.s, so basically they're soaking up and sponging that damage, and most of my other wizards and my Archer Queen could get into the center and really knock out what they needed to do. Now, had that Inferno Tower went down where the damn AQ was kicking, it would have been nice, but unfortunately, she decided to go around the edge, and then the Barb King doing something stupid, jumping back over the wall, and then back again over the wall, wasted some extra time, and he possibly could have knocked out a few other things, but instead, he was getting smoked by that Inferno Tower, and basically, we still did some pretty good work. I was happy to knock out the Town Hall and get the 1 star because I wanted the loot. This was basically not a percent raid. It was just going for that extra loot, and it did work out quite nicely. We'll speed up the rest because unfortunately these little whiz on the bottom could not get the 50%. But I've got to say, hitting it at a Town Hall 9 with I had 3 rage spells, I only used 2, and then I had 1 jump spell. That's a pretty damn good attack against a Town Hall 10 with 2 Inferno Towers, upgraded Expos, and, you know, you get the war loot. So what can you do? I mean, you're in a good clan. We're able to attack, really bang out some good attacks and knock out 2 stars, and this is what happens. Attack early, attack often, rack up those stars, and basically Troll Empire gave up. They were like, you know what, we're not going to attack, even though we talked mad smack at the beginning of the war, and you know what, I was happy with that. I'm happy to take them out. I like the wins. I like the extra war loot. I was able to sneak out. Look at that, 906k bonus and 4,000 dark elixir. That's amazing stuff. So Supercell is really cool, bumping up the percentage you get for wins for war loot. I think that's amazing because a lot of these troop compositions cost a lot of elixir, and you know, you need to get feedback for that. Obviously, if you're warring all the time, you end up losing elixir beforehand. So now it's nice to get that extra little bonus. Again, tomorrow will be the Wacky raid. We're going to use my heroes and all healers. That should be a heck of a lot of fun. I have not done that before. So definitely an interesting raid. Again, leave in the comment section below what percent you think I'm going to get on the base that I attack, and we got a Google Play gift card for one of you guys if you can guess the right thing. Also, drop a like. I mean, that's about it for the video. Appreciate you guys watching. Love you guys as always, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.